the importance of imbibing knowledge and having yoga with Baba. And Baba says there are many children who don't consider themselves to be souls. And that is the main issue, because who can have yoga with Baba? Not the body. Not in body consciousness can we have yoga with Baba. We can only have yoga with Baba when we are soul conscious. When I consider myself to be a soul, only then can I have yoga with Baba. So the most important thing is, do I consider myself to be a soul? And when I think about this point that Baba is underlining, that it is important to consider yourself to be a soul. So, who am I, the soul? I, the soul, am the thinking, experiencing being in this body. So you see that whatever experience I have, whether it is the experience of happiness or sorrow, pain or pleasure, or loss or gain, it is I, the soul, that I am creating that experience. It has got nothing to do with the body. And on what basis does the soul create an experience or a feeling or a thought? That creation of the soul comes from or stems from its consciousness. So, as is my consciousness, so is my thought, so is my feeling. For an example, just take an example that when we are little and we don't have the consciousness that, my performance in school makes me less or greater, then we are not rank conscious or marks conscious. And at that time, whatever marks we get, it is not able to alter our state of mind. But then slowly we are trained into becoming marks conscious or rank conscious or grade conscious. And then when that consciousness is instilled in us, then every little shift in the rank or the marks or the grade, that upsets us or puts us into an exhilarated state where I feel that I have achieved something, done something great. So whether it is the joy or whether it is the sorrow, both are created only when there is a consciousness in the soul. You see that when we enter new relationships, the relationship of a mother and a child is a new relationship. Yes, so earlier that soul was somewhere else, and then that soul enters the womb of the mother, and then the mother starts thinking about the soul as my child, and then you see you become relationship conscious. This is my child, my child, my child. And it sometimes takes a lot of effort also to develop that consciousness. Many mothers have postpartum depression, and it takes a while for them to attach themselves to the child. But once you instill that consciousness in you that this is my child, then you can even feel the pain and pleasure of the child. So, the child smiles, the mother smiles. The mother's smile is as beautiful as the child's smile. And the mother also cries when the child cries. Why? Because that consciousness is instilled in the soul. So, basically what Baba says is, The soul does everything. The soul is the thinking, experiencing being of the body. And the soul is not doing anything because of the body or because of the surroundings or because of how people are behaving. The soul is doing everything based on its consciousness. And Baba says, now you have to become soul conscious. And when the soul is soul conscious, so you see, when the soul is body conscious, then everything of the body starts affecting the state of mind or the feelings or the experiences of the soul, because the soul is body conscious. You see, even if there's a stomach ache or a backache or whatever is going on in the body, whether it is old age, it is any illness, or it is something that happens to the face gets mutilated, anything that's happening to the appearance, the health of the body, or the age of the body, whatever is happening to the body is also happening inside in our feelings and experiences. Why is it happening? Because we are body conscious. So there is this consciousness that I am the body, and it is so deep because 63 births that consciousness has been instilled into us. So because of this body consciousness, everything that's happening to the body is affecting our state of feelings and experience of life. Now Baba says you have to start thinking about yourself as a soul, and you have to start thinking that, I am not the body, I am not the I and mind that I have created in this world. I am a soul, and my feelings and my thoughts are my creation. And I have to start taking ownership. You see, the first chapter that Baba teaches us is, you are a soul, you have a mind, you have a buddhi, and you have sanskars, and it is absolutely your prerogative to decide what thoughts your mind will think, where your buddhi will focus, or what sanskars you want to emerge. So Baba says, just practice this, that practice staying in soul consciousness, that I am actually a soul and it is in my complete right. I am the Malik, I am the master, and I am the one who decides what to think, where to focus, which sanskar to emerge. And it is completely in my capacity, I am completely in control of my inner experience of life. And when we practice it, so you see that in order to come to an experience or a realization, there has to be experimentation. And Baba has given us this laboratory, this internal laboratory, where we sit and experiment with these truths that Baba is giving us, that I am a soul and I have the capacity to create whatever state of mind I want to, and for however long I want to. So Baba tells us that get up in the morning and take a swaman. Take a swaman that I, the soul, am peaceful. Let's say you took a swaman that I, the soul, am peaceful, and just practice that you can focus on the fact that you are just a stable point of light radiating peace, and allow your mind to experience the peace that you create for the time span that you have set for yourself. Let's say you have set for yourself that you will sit in the experience that I am a peaceful soul for half an hour. Then do that, practice that. And Baba says, this is how you reclaim, your self-sovereignty, or you go back to your state of soul consciousness. And then Baba says that when you become soul conscious, then as you increasingly become soul conscious, then the body or the state of relationships or whatever is around you will not be able to affect your mind or pull your intellect. So, but you require a lot of practice to do that. And then the most important thing is that I, the soul, what is, just like when you think about yourself as a body, there is an age, there is a relationship, there is what you do, your occupation, everything that comes in the package of body consciousness. Similarly, when you start thinking of yourself as a soul, who am I? Whose child am I? So I am the child of the Supreme Soul Shiv Baba. And what is my occupation? My occupation is to follow Srimad. And what is my inheritance from Baba? My inheritance is that I'm going to be a deity in heaven, and I will have the kingdom of heaven as my inheritance. So Baba says, when you consider yourself to be a soul, and when you remember Baba, when you start thinking about yourself as Baba's child, and you start thinking about Baba as the creator of heaven. So you see that Baba is many things. Baba is the ocean of knowledge, purity, love, peace, joy, power. And of course, when I sit and think about myself as Baba's child, I experience all those qualities in me. But Baba is also underlining that as Baba's child, I must never forget that Baba is the creator of heaven. And in this Sangam Yug, Baba is creating heaven for me. And I am the one who is going to tomorrow go and rule in heaven. So, it's just a matter of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And Baba says, yesterday you were in heaven, and tomorrow you're going to be in heaven. So Baba says, when you remember me, then you will have the intoxication that you are going to be a deity in heaven. And in Hindi, Baba always says, बाप से वर्षे की खुशबू आती है, which means the father smells of the fragrance of the inheritance. So, just like when there is a Lokik child and the father is in a big position, the father is a chief minister, the father is a wealthy person, or the father is a king, then the child has natural intoxication that I am the prince, or I am the heir to this property, or I am the one who can take advantage of all the power that my Baba has. So Baba says, similarly, you must also, when you think about Baba as the creator of heaven, because what is Baba doing? Baba has come all the way from the soul world to create this heaven for me. And Baba says, when you think about me and think about your inheritance, then you will experience a lot of happiness and intoxication. And Baba says that when you are in soul consciousness and when you remember Baba, so when you keep churning this, then your intoxication will keep rising. So, when you think about the old world, when you think about probable losses that can happen in future, when you think about all that can go wrong, or when you think about presently whatever is going wrong, what does it do? It takes away your intoxication and happiness. But when I start thinking about myself as a soul and I start remembering Baba, then my heart is full of the intoxication that I am the I am the child of the ocean of Almighty, and tomorrow I am going to be a deity. And Baba says, if you keep churning this, then just think about how much intoxication you can have about who you are and who you're going to be. But does that intoxication, that nasha, that khushi reflect on our faces and in our demeanor. So, it is very number wise. Children don't look that happy. Why? Because that amount of churning is not happening. That churning of who am I, who do I belong to, and what am I going to become is not happening. Why is it not happening? Because there's a lot of body consciousness, and anything that happens in the body or any matter that's happening around us, it just pulls our intellect. And Baba gives one example that when the body is slightly ill also, then what happens is you start thinking about the body, and you start thinking about friends and relatives who can give you physical comfort at that time, and at that time Baba is forgotten, and then you're just paying attention to the body and to the physical care that you're yearning for at that time. But just think about it. The law says wherever attention goes, energy flows and that thing grows. So if you are focusing all your attention, your buddhi yoga is with the illness of the body, then you will only increase the illness. But Baba says when you remember me, then your illness will also be reduced, or you will be able to overcome the illness also. Because when the soul is separate from the body, when the soul is in soul consciousness, when the soul is not attached to the body through the mind and the buddhi, then the soul can become a conduit which can take energy and healing and sustenance from Baba and heal the body. But if the soul is attached to the body, then the soul also becomes a victim, where the pain of the body becomes the pain of the soul. And then the pain of the soul again increases the pain of the body. So, when the soul is body conscious, the body and the soul are like this. And then whatever is happening to the body is being amplified by the soul. But when the soul is in soul consciousness and in remembrance of Baba, then the soul is like a conductor, just like a conduit or a conductor of electricity, which can make electricity pass from one wire to the other. Similarly, the soul can become such a conduit or a conductor, where the soul can channelize Baba's healing energy, Baba's pacifying energy, Baba's sustaining energy onto the body and heal the body also. And then Baba says that I have told you that I have given you the knowledge. So, this is the importance of the knowledge of the soul and the knowledge of relationship with Baba and yoga with Baba. But another aspect of knowledge that Baba has underlined for all of us is that I, the soul, have taken 84 births, and Baba has told us that we are the ones who become Brahmins, are the ones who have come from the beginning and taken all 84 births, correct? So, those who have come from the beginning, and especially Mama Baba, so Mama and Baba are the number one souls, and then they have taken all 84 births and now they are here. And Baba says, we Brahmin children also, we children who become adopted by Shiv Baba through Brahma Baba, we are also those children who have taken 84 births. And the law says that the earlier you have come, then you started bhakti also very early, and then you get tired also equally, because bhakti is very tiring. So you keep keep running after people, places, things, temples, so many scriptures, this, that. You're doing everything without gaining anything. So you are just bhakti makes you think that you can get whatever you need from some figure, figurine, some deity's image, idol, some temple, some pilgrimage places, or you can get something by wearing a stone or doing this or that, chanting and the other stuff, or you can get something from people, places and things. So, that's also bhakti. These days, people say retail therapy, and people say that, a psychologist can heal you and a psychiatrist can treat you. So, all this is also part of bhakti. So now you're not looking at, and these days people say that God is not in the temple, you are my God. So they'll pick any human being and they'll say, you're my God. So what it means is basically, I will suck all my energy from you and I will take whatever I need from you. But Baba says, all this bhakti is very tiring because you are hankering after that which doesn't have the capacity to give you what you're seeking. So what happens is, Baba tells us the secret that all those souls who become Brahmins at this time, we are the ones who take the full 84 births. So we were the purest and we become the most impure. And we have this whole journey from the purest to the most impure, from the ones who have incurred an account of debit, to the highest order also, because 63 births of pap karma we have done. And then there is this fact that we are tired also. And then Baba says that when you keep this knowledge of the drama in your awareness, then you will be able to stop yourself from asking these questions like, why is this happening to me? Because, or why don't I have the, when we Brahmins, we look at the world, sometimes we wonder, there are so many people who are so ambitious and go-getters and this and that, but sometimes we Brahmin souls, we feel very tired from within. We don't feel like, doing, we are not very ambitious or we are not go-getters. And why is that? Because, this is the spiritual law behind it, that 63 births of bhakti has made us very tired and we've had a really long journey. And the other thing is that equally we have intense karmic accounts, and Baba says that, you have seen Brahma Baba and Mama, and Brahma Baba and Mama went through all the papers that could have possibly been there. So you look at Mama lost her father, and then Mama had Mama when Mama came to Baba, she had already lost her father in a very young age. And then you look at how she went through cancer and so many other physical papers. And then you see Baba also, despite being the wealthiest one, he saw the beggary part also, and so many illnesses of the body also Baba passed as papers. So Baba says, you see that we definitely have a lot of karmic accounts, but Baba says that the beautiful thing is you have Baba and you have yoga power, which nobody in the world has. And this yoga power is a very big treasure that you have. And you can pass everything through yoga power. And when do you pass everything with yoga power? So you see that when a paper comes and you get busy in asking, why has this come? Or why is this only happening to me? Or why am I not like other people? This one has less karmic accounts. Why do I not have that kind of a facility or this or that? When you start going into this direction of thinking, then what are you doing? You are engaging your man and buddhi in a way which makes you weaker and weaker. But when you hold the knowledge of drama in your awareness, that I am the soul who is in the 84th birth, and I have taken 63 births in Ravan Rajya, and there is a lot of burden of sin, and also I am tired with doing this whole of bhakti. So how do I have to keep myself motivated? Through knowledge. And how do I have to pass my karmic, how do I have to settle my karmic accounts? Through yoga power. So you will start engaging your man and buddhi in having a knowledgeful and yogi response to whatever is happening, to the body or to whatever karmic accounts you're facing. And Baba says, when you start doing it, when you start behaving knowledgefully, and when you start responding with Baba on your side and with yoga power, then it becomes very easy to pass every paper. Because who is Baba? Baba is the Almighty, Sarva Shaktivan. And when you have Baba, then with Baba, everything is just a small thing. And you see, whether something is a big thing or a small thing depends on who you're with. Okay, depends on who you're with. And I remember there was this one boy, and he was like 12-year-old, I think, and he told me that I'm facing a lot of problem in studies and this and that, but he was very casual in saying it. So I said, I hear you saying that you're facing problems in studies, but you are okay with it. How is it so? So he said that my father is teaching in the same school I'm studying in. So no teacher messes with me, first thing, and second is my father also can clarify whatever I need to ask him. So you see that whatever can be a very big problem is a very small problem for him. Why? Because he knows that his father is there and he's in the same school. Similarly, Baba says that, when you remember why is it happening, and you don't keep asking why, and you are in a full stop state, and you take power from me and settle your karmic accounts, then settling your karmic accounts is a very small thing. It's not a very big thing. So Baba says that whether they come in the form of financial troubles, physical pain, relationship issues, loss of loved ones, whatever it is, Baba says it will be very easy to settle them if you hold in your awareness this knowledge of the drama. And sometimes you may not feel motivated, sometimes you will feel very tired physically, mentally, emotionally, but you must know that Almighty Baba is with me, and take motivation from Baba and pull yourself up. And don't keep asking, why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling like this? So this is something that Baba tells us. And then Baba today gives us a very important direction that you have to become nightingales of knowledge, who sing the song of knowledge day in and day out. And you see that the nightingale is very sweet, and the nightingale can sing like, prolonged singing the nightingale is capable of. And you have to ask yourself whether you are that nightingale of knowledge that Baba wants you to be. Do you always, how many of you can give a course to somebody? And do you understand that, giving a course, and for children who are dedicated to Baba's seva, you see that once one sister, she has to at least take 4 to 5 courses every day. And with that same conviction, same dedication, she has to sing that song of knowledge to everybody and every day. And then, one soul gets ready to appreciate the value of the Murli after maybe 20 days, 25 days. It takes a long time, and you have to keep singing that song of knowledge to every soul, and this is a very big seva. And Baba says that Baba calls out to Kumaris for this seva. And Baba says that Kumaris, or even Matas also, if you are Brahma Kumaris, so you are a Kumari anyway, you're practicing purity. So Baba says, I want you to be that nightingale who sings the song of knowledge all the time. But Baba says that children have attachment, yes, and I can see, even in this class there are Kumaris sitting, but why don't we take that step to come to Baba and, be of service to Baba? Because Baba says there is this vice of attachment which, haunts Kumaris, and then Kumaris are not able to create the fortune for themselves and for others. And there was this one sister, one Kanya, she had contacted me some time ago, and then she told me that I want to come and I want to be in Baba's Seva. And I said, okay. And then she talked to her father, and her father started crying. And then she said, Didi, I can't come, my father is crying. So I said, what did you expect from the father? He will shower you with garlands and send you, or what? So no father will agree totally. But you have to have your own yuktis, and you have to understand that, when Baba comes, then maybe your Lokik father doesn't understand, but he'll be very proud of you tomorrow when he understands what you're really doing. And don't fall into this trap of attachment. And there is another Kumari, and she lives in a foreign country, and when she visited the center, she also promised that I want to come back to Baba and be of service to Baba. But then, you are so attached to whatever you have created and built, and, you have the degree you have, the jobs you have done, the, whatever you have done, you are so attached to it that you don't want to leave it, and then you are taking time, and maybe, there is not much time. So we want to, so Baba says that I want my Kumaris to become nightingales of knowledge, nightingales who sing the song of knowledge. And it is very important that we understand that Baba wants us to do this seva. And it's not a small seva, it's not like meeting somebody in the market and telling them Baba has come. That is also seva. But then, dedicating yourself and to this seva of singing this song, where you formally giving the course and teaching every soul and bringing them to the point where, they understand the value of Murli. This is the seva Baba wants every Kumari to do. And I will also share one experience that, there was this one Kumari, and she used to come to the class, and she's doing her masters. And once I told her, why don't you, you love Baba, and your love for Baba is unquestioned, and obviously you love Baba, then why don't you take this step? So she gave me a very beautiful answer. She said, I sometimes feel, why did I waste my life studying if I had to, just be in the center and serve? And now that I have put in so many years of study, I want to have a job, and I want to. So you see, you become so attached to what you have done that you don't want to take that step of, even though you understand that, that is just like, people when they are in toxic relationships also, they will just, continue being in that because they think it's some kind of investment which will get lost if you take a good decision and move out. Similarly, Baba says, Sometimes, and I think, these days Kumaris don't have a lot of attachment to parents also. Many Kumaris live away from parents also. They do a job or something. But the main thing that Kumaris have fallen into, the trap that they have fallen into is whatever they have invested in, their time, thought, energy, when they have put into the old world, they become attached to it and they don't want to come out of that. But Baba says that if you don't come out of that illusion and you don't take this step, then how will you create the fortune of the many who are waiting that, this sister has to come and create our fortune? So Baba says that you have to become the nightingale who sings the song of knowledge, and those who take this opportunity and those who are, those who can take this opportunity, your nirbandhan and everything is going your way, we must take this opportunity that Baba is giving. Okay, Om Shanti.